Cat Creek Hills today. So we are ascending up the exploration road and then going down the variation trail, back up and taking the road around the far side to the summit and coming down and taking the old road back all the way across to where we start and park just at the bridge. And Camp Road. The bridge used to be here. Got a concrete abutment on that side and a concrete abutment on the side. No bridge. Main road ends walking just into the creek. Back up a bit and steep trail going up. On a little detour trail that lets you look down into the creek bed. Just finished up the Creekside Viewpoint Trail and heading back down just to connect the link, turning around and heading back up and going down one of the western haul roads which heads southeast. At the big washout, the road continues north, and also right where the adit is. So see how many paces it'll take to find that ascent variation. So this is the North Slope Road, and I've gone too far, 631, 878. You cannot see anything from this main trail. This, I'm thinking, might be what she shows as the black, steep direct line, not the switchback, but anywhere else between the adit and the North Slope, could not find anything that resembled a trail. So, going to drop it from the top down and see where that puts us. Hopefully we can find it from the top down. Just came off the shortcut, looking north, going up the haul road. And there's the camp road. And the highway's just down there. And the haul road continues east. There's the descent ridge, looking east. And I'm around where the seasonal pond is. And then I'll be heading up these next. Just taking the haul road west out of here. Heading back north a bit. Scooting across the old exploration road that goes up on the grassy hill. Exploration road that heads southeast, and gonna be cutting the hillside as soon as we get out of the trees here. So the road swings northwards into this draw and goes up for a bit and then takes a hard left uphill up that way. So just walk a bit and then we'll see what it looks like. big hairpin turn. Just down there. And it's hard to see, but that's the road. Starting to slant out. And you'll find it right next to the big tree. Tippy road at this point. And the road ends right here. Parking lot straight ahead. Seasonal pond meadow. Down where the road ends, and I did miss this really good game trail high up. It shoots really high, goes right next to the outcrop at the top. So easy going through slope without trail if you want, but there is a game trail kicked in. Just follow the road till the very end. And that game trail goes all the way. Gets a bit faint, but you can see it. And just around the corner, the bottom of the North Slope Road. You can see all the slumping. There it is in the middle. And the drainage between the two. There's also a really good game trail that traverses mid-slope there. All the way. Bottom of the North Slope Road. It's cold, my lips are not moving, so I got a little lisp going on. And climbs a bit. At the big deadfall area, the road bends, comes up here, and continues up again. Super obvious. At the big bend, 638, 874. There's a really faint trail. It's got some bed markings on it. But, this might be the ascent variation. So I can actually see a trail here. Let's see if it keeps up. And see how far we can follow it. This should take us back down to where the adit is on that north road. Fingers crossed. Hilltop 636, 874. From the North Slope Road. That trail got me here, then just before the top, it fades out completely. Goes through a big dip, climbs out, just follow the ridge top. On this route, I'm not sure how much trail there's going to be. Just descending this. So through the trees, the trail is pretty hard to see in a lot of places. Not many cuts through here. Definitely have to keep your eyes open. And the trail doesn't make any big swings. So wherever the trail blows out completely, just watch around. I've come across a couple. Those little flags, they don't really help much. In the woods back there, there's a junction with a cairn and a good trail with some chopped trees. Another cairn here. comes to the edge of the trees, the trail goes down for a bit and just stops. But this is not the trail route that's shown in the book. So when you get to the trail junction in the trees and you see a cairn, keep walking straight downhill. Don't do the big zig into the trees. This trail doesn't go for that long. Well, the zigzag trail is right where the book says, 631-878. Look for that blowout. And you couldn't see it. It just goes up here and swings around right there. So I'm gonna put up a little flag right there just so you can see it. And then it's a bit faint on the low traverse. And just up ahead, it gets good. Back on the open ridge. And we're at 634-876. I hate flagging, but I put up a little tape because where the trail drops into the trees would be easy to miss if you just kept on going down the ridge. So it starts off good. Then in the middle, the ground does not hold a tread. Too many rocks, so put up a couple more small flags through the area that doesn't have a trail. But it was pretty easy to follow all the way down back to just north of the adit, surprisingly. This middle ridge we weren't on. Far ridge is the descent. And you can see all those game trails on that middle ridge. And the part where there's no road on this slope is in the middle there. Bottom of the north road, just out of sight. And then on the other side of that hill is where the low road ends in the meadow. Just got back off the Lincoln with the ascent variation trail. Heading up the road still. Great shape. Last bit of 1983 Scouts Jamboree. The road got pushed down there too. Heading there next. And the road just stopped right there. And that's the ridge we ascended. Continuing on up the road. Super good shape still. Very little deadfall this whole trip. North Slope Road comes in where all those alders were. Road goes a bit more, stops, transfers to good trail, and all the way to the summit ridge here, the trail was super good. Very kicked in from the animals. So, gonna go up, check that out, and then this is our descent ridge. And there's Junction Hill. High point of the grassy area, and we're about to drop just a little bit and then climb just a little bit to the summit and the trees. I won't see anything, but when you're this close, may as well bag it. Well, that only took less than 5 minutes to get up. Junction Hill, Stony Cat Ridge. Yeah, there's some trees, but it's still worth it to come here. Get a good view of Stony Cat Ridge. And that's it. It's easy going to here. There's the little bump with the Inukshuk and that rocky outcropping over there. There's a good game trail that traverses the south slope all the way to here. And continuing on through the trees. There's the top of the Inukshuk and Junction Hill. And just a grassy slope to descend. There it is from below. For most of that south ridge, there was no trail. It'd be steep going up. So right now I'm just heading to access 3. Finish off the old Hall Road and turn around and go back to the car. We've got the old elk corral and a trail going off into the trees there. And this has been a super easy walk, mostly flat through the old road meadow. Well, I followed the trail right at the elk corral. It was good, and it started slowly getting worse, and it's bad now, so don't come back to check this one out. The cows have just been tramping up here. Thought it was a horse trail at first. It was so good. There's even a cut tree that I came across, but this did not turn out. day. Sky's clearing up. Here's the Cat Creek Hills. And looking across the highway at all the divide peaks. So for ticks, trails were good. Boring, but good. Views from up on top of the hills are good. But a lot of boring trails down low, so we're only going neutral.